I am going to run a sample on the HPLC. I start here with run control, sample info. I will tell it where to save my data and what to call it. Subdirectory here right now is Bader. If I say SOGO, that will save it in my personal folder. So I said subdirectory SOGO, and it says that does not exist. Create it. Yes, please. Now I have a folder for my personal data. I need to give it a file name. What is this sample I'm running? It will be benzylamine. Benzylamine. I can be more specific here. What is this actual sample? This will be a 100-fold dilution of benzylamine. Okay. Now I need to look at my method. Often you will load a pre-existing method. Load method. I can choose from all these. The one I want is norbornene. Okay. If I want to change the method, I go to edit entire method. Say OK. This has a comment, tells what it's good for. Manual injection. Key features of the method. Flow rate needs to be reasonable. I have it at 1.2 milliliters per minute. I'm starting with 50% water, 50% acetonitrile. Over here I have a gradient, so between 0 and 4 minutes it will go up to 80% acetonitrile. From 4 to 7 it will go up to 100% acetonitrile. I am going to add one more bit here where from 7 to 8 minutes it will remain at 100% acetonitrile. So that should be enough to get the molecules off the column. Okay, there we go, there we go, there we go. Okay, now before I leave this, I'll go to the next tab up here, which is VWD, Variable Wavelength Detector. I want to set my wavelength at 260 nanometers. The time interval is the fastest it can read, 80 Hertz. That's 80 samples per second. Okay, that looks good. Instrument curves. Okay. Alright, so I have everything set up the way I want. I say OK. Now it says what wavelength you want to use. I want to use my 260 nanometer wavelength. Add that to the method. OK. This, it'll come up, but just say OK. There's nothing to change here. There's nothing to change here. Right now it has %B. I say OK. Nothing to change here. Alright, so the main things to change are in the beginning.